Hi everybody. I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial, as someone mentioned in a Facebook group that I'm in, about scraps, and she gave a very good idea of what to do with some of your scraps if they're sitting there and they're just building up and building up and building up. And I thought I'd film how I do it, and so I think I'll just probably do a whole series of these perhaps. Let's see what happens. This is part of a collage that I made. It's really thick, there's many layers, and it was a way of using up lots of scraps of tissue paper. So I've got the lines, you can see, maybe I might get the light right, lines, and then I've over stamped, I've painted, all of that sort of stuff. And then I made a whole pack of printables out of it. So, you know, there's sepia, black and white, and I think I've covered that before anyway, but that's that as an idea of what you can do. But the person was suggesting having a scrapbook, you know, and sometimes, you know, I've just got this stuff sitting here and thought, oh, okay, well, this is perfect. So I made one, and it's putting all your scraps down onto your scrapbook. So you just got this book and you can put it on the shelf and then get it out, and you can either photocopy it or do whatever you want. You know, it's there ready to go for tags, pockets, whatever you want to make out of it. I would probably I think my standard way of doing things might be to not touch this. This is the collage it's done, but to maybe photocopy it onto some card or something like that, and then build up with gesso and things like that, and recolor and scan, print out, and keep working it that way. This one's got this lovely brown, you know, it's just gorgeous. It's just so old, and it was All That Glitters is the name of the book. And I've even put in the original owner, their signature, and just bits of type, because look how beautiful and yellowed and aged all of that is. And just, I thought that this page was kind of a bit of a yellow page, so I had some yellow scraps left over from the botanical print that I did on the 100-day project, the frog page that I did. And also I saw that this yellow tag is a ticket stub, and I thought I'm going to put it in. It's pretty out of character because it's very dark and everything's faded, and it's very modern compared to all the old stuff. But with a bit of gesso or a bit of inking, it can be taken back. But I put it there because it was one of the highlights of a birthday where both my daughters had chipped in and done this massive surprise to take me to see Les Miserables. So, Les Miserables. And I didn't know they were doing that. So it's a very special ticket to me. So I kind of thought, rather than throw it out or rather just have it lying loose, I'm going to put it in here, and it will always be here. And, you know, even if I cover it with gesso, I will probably still try and keep that so I can see it. So that's my yellow kind of faded out. And then I thought, well, I've got from the little kimono I was doing on the 100-day project, I thought I've got this spare scraps of black and white. And I already had a few more tickets that were in this scrapbook, and you can see it doesn't matter, I've pulled them out, it really doesn't matter. And I wanted to just work a little bit more with this page, because this is the second page that I'm doing in this scrapbook. It's a scrappy scrapbook. And do a couple more things on it. It doesn't need too much, but just so you get the idea of what could be done. And once again, I would probably start to bring back with some gesso the the tickets so as it's not really so obvious. I just thought, you know, this is funny. I did go to the cinema to see Pitch Perfect. This is another ticket. I went and saw West Side Story live at the State Theatre, and I wonder, is there a date on that? No, unfortunately, but you know, it's like they're memories. I've forgotten I went and I knew I'd seen it, but now I remember where I saw it and what the situation was by seeing this. And even this cinema for Star Wars, Wonthaggi, that's like miles away, a beach. I have no idea how I went to see Star Wars at Wonthaggi Cinema, but I did. 2016. It's not even that long ago and I still don't remember. Maybe it's not my ticket. Maybe it's someone else's. Maybe it's Lily's ticket. Maybe that's Lily's ticket. Because I don't remember. I mean, I do go and see the Star Wars movie, being a science buff, sci-fi buff. But I'm thinking that that's actually Lily's ticket. That's funny, isn't it? Anyway, this is really the idea. I am going to keep filling it up. Maybe different colour schemes, you know, different things. I've used scraps. This is from the black and white version of this. So there's all sorts of things you can do. And this I used the other day. This is actually block print. Oh, I'm going to show you it actually. I didn't show you the other day. I'm going to show you. And my annoying squeaky chair is still being squeaky. But you know what? I actually oiled it and I sprayed it with that garage door, and look, it's still squeaking. I just think that was it. I have to have a new door, a new chair. Anyway, got distracted. This is the print, the original print. And I scanned that in. And then I edited it to make it, I almost made it black and white, but not quite. And I printed it out 4 up. And it's just got a little bit of the red and a little bit of the yellow in there, because I didn't want it completely grayscale. But that's here and there. And here's another little bit of it. I mean, lots of people in the craft world do collages and make these backgrounds, and I kind of have fun with it. I've always liked collage, to be honest. Okay. So this is the idea. And I was thinking, about a little bit more white. Where's that out? Yeah, there. A little bit more just type out of a book. But I think that these areas and the tea stained doilies have sort of added enough of the lightness. I was concerned when I first put this down that it was maybe too black, but I think that that's one of those things that you can roll some gesso over and it'll bring that back and bring it all into a more even palette. So I would probably leave that there. I've got some still more scraps, obviously, but for now this is just it was just a short little tutorial on one thing you can do with your scraps. And that's it. I'll come back and do some more on that another time. Hope that helped. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.